Tempest in the game, ready to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine runs fueling his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTG 3, the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Rap metal flow, pounding beats to win tight. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Weird. Hello. Looks like my intro is missing. That is interesting. Hold on. Yeah, my intro is completely missing. Oh no, here we go. Bloop. Sorry, everybody. Delayed.
Are you listening?
Well, that was weird.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, James Willis to Lawson. Everybody that's showing up. Thank you for showing up. Hit that like button. Thank you for chilling out. I fixed the countdown and it was and I didn't have a place in the right place. So it looked like my intro was missing. That's why I was like, it looks like my intro is missing. Nope.
Oh no.
I wish you had a permanent setup there, Torres. That way you can get your little stream deck and everything like that to help you out more.
I do have a place where I could do a permanent setup, but the room echoes so bad.
Oh no.
Don't want that.
Yeah, no echo.
You had to soundproof that room a little bit so the voice don't bounce so much.
Yep. But, who knows what will happen. Eventually, we'll move to a newer place and we might have a recording room just all set up to go.
Cool.
Yeah. So, today is a good day for everybody. Well, yeah, yesterday was Memorial Day. We had fun yesterday. Yeah. We had Chinese food for dinner yesterday. We had egg rolls, the rice mix with vegetables and egg, fried rice. And we had orange chicken. Then we had s'mores at a fire pit. Then we had a water gun fight. It was pretty fun. Yeah.
Well, all I did was eat me some ribs, some tater salad, and some beans. So,
Oh yeah.
And the old saying about beans: the more you eat, the more you fart. And dag-blag-it, I got gas 2 days.
Yep, it's beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the more you have fun. Let's have beans for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they good eating though.
Whew.
Beans are good to eat. Yep.
Yeah, let's get the hat on. Boom. Yeah, hat is on. Celebrate American yet Asian food. Yep. We did. We actually made the egg rolls from scratch. Well, the wife mainly made them. Like she did all the dicing, chopping, and stuff. We rolled together, and I did the big portion of cooking them and heating them up in air fryers. Nice. It was pretty delicious. Yep. So, what's up, Hillbilly? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Got everything done on the arena this morning. Early. Yep.
You got everything done early.
Yep.
Good.
So now I'm going to check my comments on the video that I just ran, and if there's no comments, then there will be a spoiler video with Modern Horizons 3. I need to look at those cards anyway because I'm doing early access.
Yeah. Not to shill or anything, but I just happen to be doing the early access, so you want to do a spoiler video.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not trying to shield or nothing, but I'm just saying though, what's going to happen this afternoon.
Yeah. It's
Because
gonna be awesome.
it can go either way.
Right? It could go either way. Either way. Yes. Well, we have a hot topic today we're getting into, but at the meantime, we're going to have a good time today. Chill out with everybody in chat. Thank you for liking the video, everybody. Don't forget, subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you want to have fun, be cool, be chill. You subscribing gives us cool points, so we stay cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
Woo!
Woo.
So, turning things around a little, we're getting into the show a little more deeper, more in tuned and tagged. How's everybody in chat doing? Everybody in chat having a good day today. Dude, Lawson, James Willis. Look, there's a Mugenful just randomly chilling down in there.
Yeah.
We are a melting pot, indeed. So, on the agenda today, we're going to make fun of Hillbilly until he makes 1,000 subscribers so he can shave his head and we need more. Yeah. That's right. Have a bald hillbilly. A bald hillbilly.
Hillbilly the bald one.
He's gonna be so bald he'll be able to, pour moonshine on his head and it just drip, drip, drip. Instead of splashing because the hair and getting soaked up and being all the things, everything will just go.
Okay. We're going to do that. Why don't you set you a goal up to do something?
I will giving away a pretty badass prize for 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, but let's set another goal up for in between that to where you will have to wear a wig live on stream for the whole entire stream if you get a certain amount of subscribers.
I have to have a wig.
Yeah, wear a wig.
We're not just a toupee.
No, I'm saying I'd have to have a wig.
Oh,
I don't have a wig. No, those things are expensive.
I'll help you out on that.
You're like, I got a wig.
You got plenty.
Send me a wig. I'll just wear it for fun.
Yeah, pink wig.
Hey, I don't mind pink. Pink's a fun color. It's really good in neon graphic design.
Well, yeah, true.
Back in the 1800s, it used to be a manly color.
Yeah.
Or boy's color, anyway.
Yep.
But now we're rolling into the first segment of the day. Hillbilly, what is the first segment of the day?
That would be the
Card of the day.
Card of the day is ad nauseum. Woo woo. This card is pretty solid in certain decks. It was played in modern for a while. 3 generic, 2 black, instant. You reveal a top card of your library and put that card in your hand. You lose life equal to its converted mana cost. You may repeat this process any number of times.
ooh.
So you're taking a lot of hits and damage, but you're getting a big hand there if you're doing it right, especially if you happen to have a land pocket.
Yep.
Yep. It's pretty solid, pretty cool. The picture looks creepy as heck. Like
Yeah, it does. It looks like Mugenful.
Mugenful. Man.
And it's not wrong.
Mugenful must be starving if he looks like that. Oh, man. But no, this card was originally printed, I believe, in Time Spiral, at least the Time Spiral block. But this card has been reprinted in Modern Masters 2, I think, or Double Masters. Pretty solid card, pretty good card. Let's see the love for this card. And rolling with that, we're going to show you some pictures of the day. Boom. Waking up to the smell of coffee. Woo woo. Oh, boy. That's right. Then if Hillbilly had a hamster.
Coffee too strong. Nope. It's I'm good.
That's right. The fluffy hamster. Then, boom. First I do coffee, then I do the hair. That's right. That looks like Kibbley when he wakes up out of bed for the first time in the morning.
Actually, it does.
He's like, I gotta comb my hair. Then this one expresses my personality. Are you ready yet? My human's really in a mood. Hell yeah. Cute picture. James Willis, super fast horse needs one of those rainbow colored wigs. You're not threatening me at all. Can't threaten me with a good card. You know what I'm saying?
All right. And get you a wig and a tutu to wear.
The tutu I might be against there. Plus, I don't think they make them in my size. I'm extra wide, extra size. I'm an extra large size of fries.
Well, there's always custom.
Yeah, expensive custom gifts for those kind of things. I'm thinking about to break the bank.
All right, guys, I'm taking donations over on my channel. Get super fast tortoise a tutu.
In a pink wig.
Big wig. What are you guys trying to do to me?
Make you pretty.
Pretty. Oh my lord. Jeez. Oh man. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Imagining in my head sounds bad. Very bad. The wig, not so much. The tutu, yes. Twiddler, yo.
What's up, Twiddler?
So we got a lot of things going on about the future of the channels, of our channels, Magic the Gathering, and so on. So I've made a topic called the purpose-driven goal. That's to kind of talk about the purpose-driven goal mindset ideas. And we got in private chat, we got the monologue. A purpose-driven goal. What is that? What does that mean? How does one apply that to their life? A YouTube channel, maybe Magic the Gathering. A purpose-driven goal is important for any long-term plan. It motivates decisions that you make in everyday life. For example, if you have a goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers, you want to do that on purpose. It starts to fester in your brain and will start influencing your decisions as you continue life on forward. Like what content you might want to push out, or what you will spend your money on, or what you're willing to do for a Klondike bar. Yeah. Maybe you will start looking at analytics differently. Or if you want the new car, think about the way your savings habits will change and the spending decisions will alter. You know, a purpose-driven goal is a key force to put a focus on changing yourself to be motivated and make motivated decisions for a long-term plan. Having a purpose to drive your goals helps clear a path in your thinking process and give you direction on how to make choices. A purpose-driven goal is supposed to help you with keeping on track and completing a goal. Write down your goals or steps to an end goal. Try to visualize a path to a goal and imagine if you completed that goal. Even in Magic the Gathering, you have motivated purposes, like purpose goals, like building up a deck to be aggressive and competitive, or building a perfect cube to play with your friends. Having a purpose drives a purpose. Let's discuss this more in depth. Ooh. Yeah, I know that was woo motivational. So, a purpose-driven goal is more than just a basic goal. A goal is like a thing you set to say, "I want to reach this goal. This is what the end looks like." But a purpose-driven goal means you want to put more thought into it. You want to start changing your habits to focus on this goal, and you want to make all the best decisions to reach this goal. A purpose builds up drive in a person. It builds up motivation in a person. You know, like when he reached 1,000 gold subs, Hillbilly will shave his head. That's kind of purpose driven. But what kind of content is he producing, or what are things he's changing, on the way? Like he's trying to get people to comment on his videos more. He's trying to figure out ways to do that to get people more interacting on his channel. This things like that will motivate someone to do something different, to try something different, or try to push forward, change. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I always like to include, my viewers in the decisions that I make, such as what I'm doing with my content now. Because I'm telling my viewers, look, if you want to see a certain card brewed around or a certain color, leave it in the comment on this video when it's over with.
Right.
And I'm trying to push that issue and that idea, and hopefully that idea will kick in and everything, and people will start putting their comments into the videos.
Yeah. What are some things you are doing to push you to your 500 subscriber goal?
What am I doing to do that?
Yeah. What's motivating you?
What's motivating me to do that is the idea of being able to get to 500. And I'm trying to figure out what I need to do to get there, and I do have something in mind, and I'm gonna keep that on the download right now to let it fester a little bit. Then once it festers a little bit, it'll be time to pop the bubble and let people know.
Pop the bubble. Pop the bubble.
Pop
Yeah,
the
right
bubble.
now I'm trying to come up with different ways to push my motivation to reach 1,000 subscribers. Trying to think of different video content. Need to film my MTG3 episode again sooner or later. Which reminds me, Friday. We'll have a morning stream Friday, but Friday I'm dog sitting in the afternoon, and I don't know how long that's going to be, so I might not have a game Friday to play. Oh, look, and as casual, we got Captain Waffles joining the show.
Cool.
Nice.
I
So,
can't stay long, but I decided to hop on.
ooh,
Aw, nice.
woo woo. So we're talking about purpose-driven goals and like how they help us.
Yeah, I read the monologue.
Yeah, I read
Poor
the
thing.
monologue.
Poor thing. Well, I kind of get lengthy with those.
Well, I can speed read, so it's all good.
So, because having a purpose builds drive. Having drive builds motivation. Having motivation influences decisions, right? And that's what we kind of want to hone in on. Like if you really want something, you put a purpose to it. Like Hillbilly wants to reach 500 subscribers so he can be monetized. He'll start making decisions like that, like I did. And I'm not saying I'm perfect or anything by that. I just happened to do it. In fact, when I got monetized, I didn't know I was monetized until I got the thing that said, "Hey, you're eligible to be monetized." Like yesterday when we were talking about our topic yesterday, and I was like, if you want to be monetized, don't focus on being monetized. Focus on getting people to watch your content. Well, if you get people to focus on watching your content, making retention a thing in your goals, will be that being pushed forward, and more important, will make you more entertaining and more watchable. Then, on accident, your monetization goal will be more achieved easier because you're reaching more of the goals that it requires to be monetized. If you focus on monetized, you might just get money hungry or something like that and be like, I want the money, or I want to start seeing AdSense, which AdSense ain't too much. I mean, so far I got like $385 in my AdSense account for like a month and a half. So,
Yeah, still not nothing though.
right? And but what I'm getting at is when you push for the quality of your show and the quality of your content to build up that retention that you want, that will do the work for you, so you don't have to worry about being monetized. If you want, what I'm saying is change your outlook on your goals. Brandon, hello.
Yep.
Change. Sometimes you have to change the view of your goals. You want to be monetized? think of what it takes to be monetized, right? Don't think about the goals that you need to reach. Like they tell you, you need like 1,000 or 3,000 watch hours. You need 500 subs. Instead of thinking that way, think, well, how do I get those 1,000 hours? Retention, viewers. Those are the people. Those are the things that get me to where I want to go. So if I put a focus on that, maybe I'll have fun with that and get better at that. Then that will grow and turn into a different kind of habit, which will reach me that goal ultimately. And that's putting a purpose to your end goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a little
You
bit of
know.
reverse engineering.
Yes, exactly.
So you figure out what the goal is and how is it that you're going to get there, and you take your steps backwards to wherever the starting point is. Because some people, like, a good reason why you reverse engineer is if you don't understand where to start, look at your end goal and work backwards, and eventually get to a point where you can't go backwards anymore, and that's your starting point.
It's like in psychology, one of the things I learned was called branching your emotions, branching your past. And say you're having a problem, and that's the top of the problem, top of the tree, and you start rooting it down, where you start like branching off all these things that kind of link to how you're feeling and whatnot. Then eventually you'll get down to a point where you get to the beginning of the root of the tree.
Yep.
And then at the end of it, you can see your entire path of how you got to how you're feeling. Well, same with reaching goals. If you write your main goal and kind of work backwards, trying to figure out what things you need to do to get to that goal, you end up making a tree that you can follow, which not only brings motivation, but also gives you a purpose and a roadmap to success.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things you can do. So there's this Japanese method called Ikigai that you can work with to, I don't remember all the elements, but there's 4 elements: things you love, things you're good at, things that other people would enjoy, and something that, like, anyways, these 4 categories, if you have similarities in all 4 categories, that's your Ikigai in the middle.
Right.
And so it's kind of like a super Venn diagram. And so you work on all this and you figure out like what it is that you actually like is your purpose. And one of the things, because I used to coach people like for life coaching and other things.
Right.
And one of the things I tell them is don't chase the money, chase your purpose. Because if you chase your purpose, people are more apt to see the authenticity of what it is that you're trying to share or teach or whatever it is that you're doing. And it's going to draw more people in and be willing to pay for something or donate or whatever than if you're just sell with no passion, no purpose, no drive.
Oh yeah, very. And another thing is what you're talking about, and I've heard of that before. I just didn't know what that part was called, but like I've heard about it before. Like if you find 4 different things and find what's common about you in the middle of it, that gives you where your strength in that field. Like when you go to a job, that's kind of like when you start a new job, you kind of do that, and then it shows you what your strength is, and it also shows you what your weaknesses are. You know, so you can work on your weaknesses too. If you're like, oh, if I'm good at this, I can kind of ignore this because I'm already good at it. Maybe my weakness is I'm stuck at stocking shelves, so maybe I should work on that and improve that. And like in a video game, and this is kind of where I draw a line of like fantasy and reality, but like in a video game, when you work on one thing that's like a weakness, you accidentally or subconsciously build up skills in other areas too, because a lot of skills you build in one thing are transferable to other places of your job.
Yep.
If that makes sense. And yes, I think that Icky thing, I can't believe I just forgot the name of it. The Ikigai. Thank you. The Ikigai
so
thing.
Think of like a nasty guy, like an icky guy.
Right. Ikigai. I think that's a good way to look at your channel too.
Or you could just think of Captain Waffles.
Yeah.
Think of me covered in syrup.
He said icky guy, not sticky guy. But no, like seriously though, like if you if you want to get better in YouTube or Magic the Gathering or other things, like there are certain strengths you inherently have because of your life, right?
Yeah.
Inherently, that's what Ikigai kind of shows. It's like, what are of all these different things? What do I have in common, right?
Well,
One thing you want to do with like YouTube is look at the things that you're good at, and you want to slam into that on YouTube, like where you're good at. But while you're doing that, put a focus on something you're not good at, and work on that while you're doing both.
yeah, like you can take a look at a couple popular YouTubers like PewDiePie or Boomgaza. There's a couple others, but those guys literally did something that they love to do. Like,
Right.
if you've watched Boom, he does a lot of these like physics type games where you figure out a puzzle, and it's really fun to watch him because he gets into it. He's created a persona, obviously, but
Right.
just the fact that he's just playing this game and adding character to the game is why people love to watch him. And he didn't do it because he was like, oh, I'm gonna make millions of dollars. Like, if you look at, like, I think he talked about like he ran his channel for like 5 years under 1,000 subs or something like that for the longest time, and he just kept doing what he loved, and eventually it took off. And then PewDiePie, I mean, he's been doing YouTube since it incarnated. So I mean, a lot of these people that have worked at it, a lot of people out there don't see that these people put in the hours, they put in the work because it was something that they loved to do. It wasn't because they were like, oh, I'm going to get rich and this and that. No, they genuinely were like, I love to do this. I love to put out videos that showcase what I'm doing. And eventually the people came. They started to see, they fell in love with the characters of whatever they're doing, things like that. So in reality, we are social creatures. We want to thrive in a social environment. And when we find people of like mind and like characters, we tend to gravitate towards them. So when it comes to building your channel, think of the people that you've been attracted to as far as watching videos,
Right.
and what interests you and who you think you'll attract with what you're doing. Now, obviously, there's a line that you don't want to cross, and that line is like when you get into the very bad stuff of like, what was that one Twitch streamer? He was very raunchy and it was like Doctor something. I forget his name, but
Dr. Disrespect.
there you go. That guy.
That guy, yeah.
He had a following, but in my opinion, he was over that line. Like, I get it, freedom of speech, all that. I'm not dissing that. What I'm saying is, you got to find your line where you'll be like, this is what I'm going to do, and I won't cross this. Because I think in reality, you still have to be respectful.
Yeah. That's like why my little joke in my monologue was there. It's like, you'll find out what you'll do for a Klondike bar.
Yeah.
That's also the reason why I don't swear or say any swear words on my channel, because I don't want to, because that's my line, and I do not want to cross that line. I give all my viewers and respect, and if they have kids, they get the respect too.
Come on, Hillbilly. We know you're a very vulgar character.
Dang, dragon.
Oh man, I'm kidding.
He saves it all for when he's off air.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. That's true. That's when he, like, when we get done the show, he just lays back, pulls down his pants a little, like, like sagging level, pulls out a can of beer, takes off his shirt, lights up a cigarette. I'm kidding everybody.
Yeah,
I was trying to describe Al Bundy in a way.
I don't do none of that. And besides, smoking is what caused me to have 2 ruptured brain aneurysms.
Yeah, that's not good.
Nope.
Not good at all.
Right. And Moogenful's no different. When we're off camera, he pulls out like a whole bottle of whiskey and starts chugging it down. And man,
I can't legally drink whiskey.
Yeah, I seen
Or
you do
any
that.
alcohol. I can
Never
get
stopped me.
addictions.
it never stopped you.
Never
Well,
stopped me.
Well, Moogenful has reasons why he can't drink whiskey. He's over the age to drink whiskey.
Yeah, but I got medications that will
Yeah.
stop. Will probably end me if I do mix them.
Oh no, trust me, I'm on some of the medications where it stalls me from drinking much at all. It's very
Yeah.
rare I'll have a drink.
I don't
Me
have
too.
drink at all. So
Mm-hmm.
I do have my soda though.
Soda. Yeah, I love
That's
soda.
my morning caffeine.
Morning caffeine. My morning caffeine's a cup of coffee, yo. But anyways, as I digress in the joking world, right?
Yeah.
So a purpose-driven goal is really one of those things that you find that has something special to you that you want to reach that brings in a desire to do it. All right, like I do have a desire to be more present on YouTube with more subscribers, right? There's a lot of times I get stuck on how I'm going to get there or trying to think of things to do there because, like, I honestly should be making more shorts, but I don't know what kind of shorts to make. I should be doing more. I should be promoting my giveaway more often for 1,000 subscribers, but I don't. But at the same time, one of the big things that you got to be aware of is you're going to be your worst enemy in all this. You're going to tell yourself you're not good enough a lot. You're going to tell yourself you don't deserve it a lot. You know, but the truth is, like doing a chore in the house, sometimes you just got to start doing it to be motivated. You got to start doing it to get past that unmotivated self-talking that tells you that you can't do it. You know, sometimes if you just start a project, you'll get more involved with the project and doing it than you do just neglecting it. You know, motivation is key here.
Motivation is also fake, but I won't go into that. Because motivation literally comes from you, and the only way you can motivate yourself is by actually doing something. So in reality, it's kind of a paradox, in my opinion, but that's my opinion.
Well, it is a paradox in its own thing because being motivated, it's all a mental thing that you have to get yourself to do. It's not. Motivation is just a word that says you're lazy. You know, if you don't do it.
So
Brian Fish,
about the whole thing of like goals and everything. So like my wife, the other day I'm talking to her, and she's like, I really want to start like moving more, like because she has a sedentary job. She sits all day on the phones and everything, and she's just like, but I can't figure out how to do this. And I was like, okay, let's break this down. Like, you have an exercise bike, we have a treadmill, you have a desk that will go up to where you can fit either one underneath and you can walk or do something while you're doing that. And if you want to drink more water, place water closer to you. Like, we have 5-gallon jugs. Put a 5-gallon jug in your office and just keep pouring water into it as you go. And so we sat there and she's just like, well, this is overwhelming and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, look. Let's start with one item. You want to drink more water, right? How's the way we can get you to drink more water? She's like, well, I have to be reminded because I forget. I said, okay, set a timer on your phone for every hour that you're awake and put on there, it says water break. Right. And so every time that alarm goes off, every hour, drink some water. And she's like, that's a good idea. I never thought of that. I go, then also you can incorporate, the exercise thing. Where, once that goes off and you drink, get on the treadmill for 15 minutes or on the bike for 15 minutes. And she's like, good idea. I didn't think of that either. And so realistically, if you just take one component, whatever your goal is,
right, and
just kind of work on that one specific thing and start small, because she immediately was like, well, I can get on for half an hour, 45 minutes. I was like, whoa. This is where you start to like overthink and start to do too much at one time.
Right.
You have to realize that you have an hour. Do you want to fill the entire hour with the bicycle? And then guess what? The next hour, another hour with the bicycle. Right. And she's like, oh, I didn't think about it like that. So sometimes also having somebody to help you look at it in a different perspective can be helpful for your goals too. So it's good to talk with somebody, like maybe an accountability partner or something, to say, hey, this is what I want to achieve. What do you think about doing certain things? And then
Right.
they can help you put some ideas together, because they always say 2 heads are better than 1. So if you can come up with somebody that you can bounce ideas off with, that will help your goal setting too. But also remember, you can always add to your goal, because if you make your goal too big and you fail at it multiple times, you're going to give up on your goal instantly.
Mhm.
But if you set it to a small thing of like every hour, I'm going to take a good 5-second chug of my water. That's
Right.
easy to do. And that builds confidence in yourself to keep those goals going. It's little baby wins that help you build to the bigger wins.
Oh, yeah, and it's very progressive. It progresses you even at the smallest amount, and making progression always feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very insightful. Thank you.
Yeah, very insightful.
Yep.
So, you know, and going on into that, like yesterday, we were talking about sometimes people like to set an elephant as a goal, and they want to eat the whole elephant at once, and you got to find ways to kind of break that down. Well, you know, like Waffle is saying, sometimes it's reverse engineering. Instead of thinking about the elephant you eat, maybe you break down the elephant and see where is the best place to start to eat the elephant. Start eating the elephants in one bite at a time, because honestly, like someone like me, bipolar, gets overwhelmed quickly, and too much thinking can hurt his brain. That's how it feels at times, for reals. You know, sometimes I have to start motivating. Like there's a project I'm working on, and I have to work at one piece at a time, because they're like I have to be in communication with the person I'm working on this project with, so I can have the most clear thought. And sometimes what I have to do with it is I just got to jump into it, start doing the work, then showing off the work and be like, "Do you like this?" Because one thing I hate about working with other people is and this is just a personal thing. One thing I hate about working with other people, especially in graphic design, is when you're working on a project that takes communication. The person, whoever wants to change, will tell you what they want changed, but then you ask them, do you like this change? And they take forever to answer. But when they want something fixed, it's right away. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, that's in everything in life. It's
right.
a lot of people, and my wife included. She really frustrates me with this, because she'll ask me to do something, and it's like, "Can you take the trash out?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do it in a minute." 10 seconds go by, and she's like, "Why aren't you taking the trash out?" And it's like, "I told you I'd do it in a minute." But then
Right.
I'll ask her, "Hey, I need you to send me a picture so I can finish this form for the insurance or whatever I'm doing." And like 3 hours goes by, and then she calls me about something else. I'm like, "Hey, did you get my message?" She's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot." And it's just it's a psychological thing of like, if it's not directly affecting you,
Right.
you're more apt to just not care.
Right. And well, like for instance, the project I'm working on is sort of time sensitive, and I can only work on it as fast as they're willing to get back to me. That's what bothers me. I'm like, you said this was time sensitive. Why aren't we doing this? But really, instead of just bitching and complaining, accountability. Like I'm one of the most least accountable people I know when it comes to doing things, and we're being reminders. In fact, it's something I've been working on and getting better at. Because like when it comes to like reminding someone of something, I really suck at it. But I've been getting better, especially with the wife. You know, I've been trying to help her out, be more accountable with her for her. You know, because like that's one of the things I struggle with. But personal accountability, you know, one thing I've been working on is like this project I've been pushing to do it, you know, and like I said, you know, the communication part's the rough part, but the one thing I learned with accountability, even if you're working on a project all for yourself, if you continue to do the project, jump into the project and show your efforts, you're really getting someone to respond to something you've done And in cases like this, it's better to do first and ask for forgiveness later. Because if you're showing you're doing the work, even if it's on a project just for yourself, if you're showing you're doing the work, people will notice the effort. And especially if you have a goal. And the more goal you do, even if it's a little goal or it's a big goal you're working towards, putting in the effort, people will see it and people will appreciate it that you're putting in the effort. That's why, like the morning show, and not to self-shill here 1 hour, pat myself on the back, but the morning show is a very impressive feature for me because one, I really suck at doing something every day of my life, and every day I can. Two, it was a breakdown, make things easier to do, like thumbnail editing, really quick. You learn that quick, even though I cheat on my morning thumbnails. And but like you see my videos, when I do a good thumbnail, I'll actually do a video of me making a thumbnail. But like it was to test my strengths and how to become more communicative. And my end goal for the show was to help me become more talkative and more better at talking with people. And that really helped out a lot.
I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you. You know, I have great people to talk to. Hillbilly, Captain Waffles, Full, Dark Master Gaming, Pterodactyl. Everybody jumps on the show. Cookie Dude, they help me out, and that helps them out. In fact, one thing I noticed is like sometimes the reason why I started the show every morning too is like, sometimes when you wake up, you have that grand idea, like that great idea in the morning, and you forget it later. Well, I do the morning topics because I have the thoughts in the morning and not in the afternoon. Sometimes that's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
That is how it is sometimes.
Well, because so in my situation, my wife works graveyard shift where she works, and in the graveyard shift, she stays awake, but my responsibilities have to be done during the day, so I have to figure out something to do during the day.
Yep.
So that was another motivator there. So I, instead of just twiddling my thumbs and trying different little projects to work on, I wanted to do the show. The show became an outlet. The show is supposed to inspire positivity. Which is why the topic today is a purpose-driven goal, because I want to inspire people to do better, want to be better, to have an understanding on doing something. Because one, not only do we inspire positivity to everybody and have a good time, we want to inspire people to feel good about themselves with Magic the Gathering and whatnot. That's why the subjects lately have been a little off of Magic the Gathering because I want to show people that we're more than just Magic the Gathering, but we're mainly about being positive. Because Captain Waffles wants to do kind of like a self-help kind of series later on, doing something he vaguely talked about because he's got secrets in his pockets for the future. So keep an eye on his channel. But one thing I want to do is be able to inspire people and give people the motivation they want or need to get on doing stuff on their own. In fact, one of the things I talked about last week was free programs that you can use. Like I did a quick note, like Inkscape, Suno, OBS, and things like that, because I wanted to let people know there's free ways to do videos on YouTube, as long as you're willing to put in the work.
Yeah.
Yep. And so I want people to feel inspired that they can do it. I want people to feel inspired that they're able to do it, even if it's Magic the Gathering, YouTube, whatever. Because I want people to be happy with what they do. And sometimes work is not always happy, but your end result usually makes you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What you thinking over there, Hillbilly?
You have to set a purpose. You have to set a goal.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to, when you set that goal, you got to make it a reasonable goal. In other words, set it small, and then work to figure out how to get there, and then do that and work towards that goal.
Mm-hmm.
And there's all kinds of little aspects that goes into that, but don't make the aspects and the goal too hard to get to. You gotta be able to work towards the goal.
Mm. So for people who are building a YouTube channel, YouTube is a big goal. Perfecting YouTube is a big goal. For some people, it's easier. Some people, it's harder. For me, it's been mid-range, easy, hard mix. But the YouTube thing is a harder goal. Unless you got it perfectly set down, you're going to be working on things. Like, not everybody's good at making thumbnails. Not everybody's good at coming up with topics every day. Not everybody's good at posting their videos up and having catchy titles or having really good descriptions. Sometimes you have to work on one thing at a time to get better at everything.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
You know, like I said earlier, you know, you work on one thing while you're working on a regular project, you'll inherently enhance other skills. Or sometimes if you take a break from one project by doing another project that has the same end goal, you'll get inspired on something that you had to take a break from and be like, oh, I didn't think about this because I did this, and this inspired, like, oh, I could have done that this way instead. You know, because we want people to succeed, and we want people to have the open-mindedness to it too.
And another thing, don't get discouraged if, let's say you set a date of like, I don't know, June 1st for something, and you're not able to finish it until June 12th. And you're doing like a video and you get it done by June 12th. It's better to upload it on June 12th than to never upload it at all. Because yes, you set a goal for June 1st, but sometimes things happen. Like today, I just shipped out the last 4 envelopes I had for the pool game because I had some stuff go on and other things. And I sent each one of a message and said, hey, I'm sorry for the delay. You know, life happens, but they're on their way. And all of them are understanding, and they're like, okay, cool. But that's the thing. Like, if I would have just been like, well, I didn't get them out within 2 weeks, I'm just never going to ship them. Now these people are like, what the hell? Like, you know, we paid into this thing. You're not shipping it like you said, you know, all this different stuff. So whereas that one's more of like yes, it's an accountability on my part to make sure that it happens. Some of you may do videos and stuff that there is no accountability like that.
Right.
But there kind of is because your audience is expecting you to do something.
Right.
So you just have to remember that sometimes better late than never.
Yes. On that note, building a YouTube audience, people will have their expectations of your videos before they watch your videos or if they get hooked onto it. So one thing you need to work on is conditioning your viewers to your lifestyle. Because like I can't like I do the morning show every day, but there are some weeks, some mornings I can't do it. You know, people know that. And then some people know that now that I can't do it.
Yep.
Which is nice because when you get people conditioned to your videos and to your life, they're understanding and it doesn't hurt your retention.
Exactly.
Come on, kitty. Look, there's cat belly, bacon right there. Get some cat bacon. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, the way I try to do, I try to include everybody into the stream. I always have tried to bring it to help bring the viewer count up, to help bring turning the subscribers back. Know that, hey, I got this guy right here includes me in the stream.
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch him. I want to friend him and participate in his stream.
Yeah.
Because that gives me something to do. That's why I always try to include my viewers. I don't always, but most of the time I try to include them.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do, and a lot of things you can't do. Things you can't do are things is like controlling your audience. You know, you can condition your audience, but you can't control your audience.
Right. I'm not trying to control.
I'm not telling you can't. That's what you're doing. Right. I'm just saying I'm saying that's one thing you can't do. Right. But we live in a world. What I'm getting at is we live in a world where people expect to be shilled at nowadays. Like, you know, we're watching this video. Here's a commercial. while you're watching this commercial, this commercial gets over, you're like, okay, I couldn't skip it. Then they're like, all of a sudden, hit that comment button, leave a comment, subscribe. The YouTube things. That happens a lot. When it comes to that, when it comes to telling people to like, comment, subscribe, find ways to do it where it's more natural to your show than it is shoved into your show.
Right.
Bring your personality first into your show, into your lives, and let the flow of the show bring that stuff in. That's why we have the bumper and stuff. It's to change the direction of the show when we hit it. All right, and Captain Waffles got to go. Thank you, Captain Waffles, for hanging out with us and bringing your insights and being part of the show.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
See you, Captain Waffles.
See ya.
Yeah. Woo. But
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
all right. So Captain Waffles has a pool game coming up, a pool game extravaganza, June 22nd at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. $6 per pool, pre-order till June 7th. $7 per pool after June 7th. Every 5 pools bought equals 1 extra spot in the prize wheel. Grand prize is 1 Modern Horizons 3 Play Booster Box. Visit YouTube or Patreon for information to see all prizes. Additional bonuses are there for Patreon members. You can pay for pools at PayPal, McCarthy, MTG, guy, I don't know.
MTG Judge.
Oh, yeah, MTG Judge. All right. PayPal, McCarthy, MTG Judge at gmail.com or Venmo at Captain Waffles MTG. Pretty sweet pools, pretty sweet giveaways he's showing. You can win a sweet Shield of the Apocalypse. Go check it out. And we're going to get to Hillbilly Shield section.
Alrighty. On the 5th, I will be doing early access. I'll be playing Modern Horizons 3 at 8 a.m. as you can see right here. And which, if you want to see a certain deck or you have any ideas for any decks with Modern Horizons 3, you can join my Discord, brew 3 craft a deck, put it in the Discord. I'll run it, give you the credit for it. And that's going to be on Wednesday, June the 5th. And right now I'm at 449 subs. And when I get to 500, I'm going to try to do a giveaway. I'm going to try to. I mean, it's still up in the works right now. But that's really all I have to show for today. You know?
Yeah. Hey, this is Trey. I'm sick. I'm going to start a new playthrough of a Pokemon game. That's what I want to stream, and it'll be on my channel. I'm not sure when it's going to get started though, but when it does, I'll let you all know. That's all. Okay, that's all I wanted to show. Can't hear you.
This is Super Fast Tortoise. Yeah. Today's show is the only show that's going to happen today. Well, wife is working a few hours tonight, so I might do a surprise stream tonight. We'll see. Or maybe. Yeah. Maybe I'll work on MTG3 video. Well, that'll be the surprise, is knowing what I do and if I'm going live or if I'm recording. But anyways, until then, I want to thank you guys for hanging out, being awesome, being amazing. James Willis going crazy with the commands over there. Whoop, whoop. You guys have an awesome day. Thank you for hanging out with us. And I hope the show was amazing for you. And I hope you got to learn some insightful things. Hillbilly, thank you for chilling out with us. Moveful, you too. And you guys always listen to the great leader, Megatron.
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron?
Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun.
Fear not, Megatron.